first I started helping my own students as a mentor, and then I noticed, okay, I see something change, and then we started creating UPYourself. We have a combination of digital and physical tools. Right now we are really focusing on emotional intelligence. It's not easy to teach that, and we really did receive a lot of feedback from professors that know how to create educational interventions. I think what students need right now is a more adaptive learning approach, so that they learn things that they can implement straight away. So that's also what we try to do as UPYourself.
Welcome back to another episode of the Startup Passport by Econsulate. Today we're joined by Martijn van Ginneken. Thank you very much for joining. You are the founder and CEO of UPYourself.
Yes, exactly.
And well, it's a platform. It's a company that helps students help students, more or less. You're a student yourself, but came up with that idea during your study time. So how did that occur?
Yeah, well, it's pretty interesting. In the beginning of my studies, of course, I started out and I noticed already that it was quite difficult to make the switch from high school to university. But in my second year, I did get the opportunity to become a TA and a mentor for first year students. And I had around 60 students under me. And I really noticed that they struggled with a lot of problems, like how to present, how to schedule their time efficiently. And I was thinking, okay, how can I make this better for them? So first I started helping my own students as a mentor. And then I noticed, okay, I see something change. I see that they are getting a lot better. So why not make it bigger? So then I made a survey for all the first year students. And then I noticed, okay, I need to make something of this. And then we started creating UPYourself.
And UPYourself is mostly working for high schools or for primary schools?
Yes, mostly for high schools, but also for MBO. And that's more, vocational education. Yeah.
And how did the process look? Did you start all by yourself? Because now you have a team as well. When did the others come on board?
Yeah, when I first started, I started on my own, and I really started it with the lean startup approach, getting feedback from potential clients, validating the problem, and see if there is an opportunity where I can create a product for. And Dario worked with me like 3 months later, so he came in like February when I started in December. And a little bit later, also my sister joined as a pedagogical advisor, also from the feedback that we received from the first conversations with potential clients. They said, you need to be more credible, so find someone that can give pedagogical advice. So then my sister also joined. And Dennis, he really joined like a few months ago, like 5 months ago, to become more digital, to be more advanced in AI and also bring the digitalization of the platform to the next level.
Because now you also have a digital platform for students to learn, but you also have physical booklets, correct?
Yes, we have a combination of digital and physical tools. So we make use of educational videos. So because we do that, we have a really good baseline of information delivery. And our platform, we basically leverage Canvas because it's one of the best things that you can have as an online environment. And our physical tools is just to also be able to give the students the opportunity to move in their own pace through the booklet and through the content.
And what is the content based on? First of all, how was the content developed, and on what kind of aspects are you focusing on? Is that personal growth, or is this pinpoint school material, let's say?
Yeah, right now we are really focusing on emotional intelligence, and we did get up with the content, like with a lot of research, like academic research. First we started with reading a lot of papers, how you can teach emotional intelligence, because that's a big thing. It's not easy to teach that. And we really did receive a lot of feedback from professors that know how to create educational interventions. So we use that approach.
And now you're mostly active in the Randstad, right?
Yes.
Is that something that you're trying to expand? And how is the feedback now? Because now you actually have students that are going through your program. So how can you gather feedback and maybe adjust by that?
Yeah, we right now we have like 5 clients, mostly of them in the Randstad. And we want to scale in different regions. So right now we're also talking to people from the Brainport region, but also in where I live, nearby Breda, we're also talking with some schools over there. And we really apply the feedback straight away, because we are like a startup, so we can move quickly. Like, for example, one school in Amsterdam said, okay, we have a lot of refugees in our school, so it's sometimes a little bit hard to read the Dutch language. And for them, we made a really easy booklet, and that helped a lot. So we can implement the feedback straight away and receive the feedback from both students and from the teachers.
And you can do that even for the physical things, let's say,
Yes.
because it sounds like the online platform, of course, you can change that, but you are also able, despite still being in like an early phase of your startup, to do this.
Yeah, we can update the booklet for what the schools want. So if they want a more easy language, we can make that for them. But if they want a more professional language, we can also create that for them.
And how have the initial reactions been? I imagine you as a founder or you with your company approach a school. Are they listening to you? Or are they saying, oh, there's a young guy, he's still studying himself, but thinks like, oh, I have a good idea to educate people.
Yeah, the first, it was a big struggle because we didn't have any clients. So the first one was the hardest, but now when we go into schools, they really see as young people, like it's one of our strengths because we're so close to the students from the high schools themselves, and also we know how we can activate them and how we can teach them things in the right interactive way.
And what do you need now for the company to grow further, to get into more schools? Is there anything you focus on specifically?
Yes, right now we are also looking into funding opportunities. So we're actively looking at that, and that's just to be able to create a bigger team. For example, hire salespeople and create more content. If we do those things together, we can scale much more quickly.
Content in terms of content for the actual platform, so also for marketing, for example?
Both, but mostly for new products. So right now we have 3 modules about emotional intelligence, but we want to create a way bigger learning method that teaches all professional development skills students need to become the best of themselves.
Because now, how does your marketing look like? Is there even like a pinpoint marketing? Because of course you're not trying to reach consumers necessarily, but it's more like a B2B situation. So is it rather you approaching the schools? Yeah,
we approach the schools. Sometimes we just walk into the school or call them or email them. But the best thing we have right now is that also we were in one school and one other school came and looked at our product and they liked it, and then they booked a meeting with us and we sold them to them in one day. So that's amazing. So we also have a word of mouth that already starts to be working. Like we really hope that we can get a snowballing effect.
And now that you have been so involved with the startup and with different schools, if you could change only one thing, or if you could change the some of the aspects of the school system in the Netherlands, what would you do? Is there any specific thing you would do? Yeah,
that's an amazing question. I think what students need right now is a more adaptive learning approach, so that they learn things that they can implement straight away. So that's also what we try to do as UPYourself. But I also believe that if you look more at the core courses of high schools, that if they focus more on what do students really need right now and how can we leverage AI, for example, in that way, that will make a big difference.
And who knows, maybe it's going to happen someday, especially with the journey that you're on. Very, very good cause, and very interesting also that a young person has this in them. So thank you very much for joining, Martijn, and good luck with everything for UPYourself.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.